Well, thanks for joining us again this morning. So first off, if you have not heard, we need to send out a huge congratulations to our Miss Chattanooga, who took home the title of Miss Tennessee over this past weekend. Christine Williamson, we are all so excited for you. So here to dive into her year as Miss Chattanooga and what's ahead as Miss Tennessee, Jeff Hill is joining us. Now, you are a certified Miss America judge and in the Tennessee system also, and a former franchise director, right?
Correct. I used to have the Miss Chattanooga franchise, so I'm very excited to see her win. And the team of people that she has now is just, they're amazing, and she's going to be very, very well prepared, I promise you.
Well, she was very well prepared for the state title.
Absolutely.
She did, this was about her fifth try.
Fifth time.
Which is very common. If you're not familiar with the system, it is common to compete several years before you win the crown, just because it is such a high level of work that you have to achieve.
Sure.
Talk about the preparation just to even win the state title.
Well, you know, I think there's a misconception that it's just a beauty pageant. You know, of course, beauty is a part of it, but you cannot imagine the effort and the hours and hours of preparation that goes into trying to learn to interview, trying to improve your talent, and all of the elements that are required to become Miss whoever it is. So, yeah.
And this is all part of the Miss America organization.
Yes.
So a few changes are coming in Miss America for September, but as far as the state title goes, your categories are swimsuit, lifestyle and fitness, talent, evening gown, onstage question, and then your private interview. With private interview being the highest part of your score, because we are looking for an educated, well-rounded woman, not just a beautiful woman. But I'm sure you've heard the news, swimsuit is going away from the Miss America pageant. What are your thoughts on that?
I have mixed feelings about it. I think that it opens doors in some ways for people, and of course with all of the Me Too movement and things that are going on, I think that has an impact. But you know, it's started off as a swimsuit competition, you know, and so it's interesting to see that element be eliminated, and there are people that are not very happy about it, and there are people that are very happy with it. So it's going to be interesting to see how that turns. I think the interview process is so important, and it's the one piece that the audience never gets to see. They get to see the gown, they get to see the swimsuit, they get to see the glitzy parts of it, and so. And
in many ways, I think the interview portion is the most impressive.
Absolutely.
In many ways, because I've been there, done that. I'm a former local title holder, competed at Miss Tennessee twice, and you know, the interview really is where I put in the majority of my work, because it can really make or break a girl.
Sure, and part of that interviewing prepares them to go out and speak to the public, and they serve as spokespersons for their state or for their government offices sometimes. There are lots of appearances that are involved. Primarily, they're dealing with children. They're going out and sending a message. So the Miss America organization has the Children's Miracle Network as their philanthropy, and then each girl chooses their own platform. And Christine's is Alzheimer's, and I think that it's very interesting. I saw a piece this morning about how Alzheimer's is affecting millennials and how they're becoming the caregivers. And as people are living longer, we're seeing people that fall into that category, and they've got to stop their life to take care of their loved ones.
Christine has a very unique position to connect with that same generation to kind of make some changes in how we handle Alzheimer's. And of course, you mentioned she's going to be the official state spokesperson for Children's Miracle Network. And for the state of Tennessee, Miss Tennessee is also the official state spokesperson for Governor Haslam and whoever our new governor is, the Character Counts program. So she chose Respect.
Right.
So she'll be talking to the school kids. I mean, she visits hundreds of schools a year. Every day she's at more than one or two schools. So she'll be talking about respect.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited to see Christine's journey. You know, I'm excited to see the changes at Miss America this year, see how they play out. I think they are going to start showing a few more clips of interview, though.
Sure. I think that'll be something that will enhance the audience's interest in what they have to do to prepare for it, and they'll see that it's not just the beauty thing, but oh my gosh, look at her. She was
she's so gorgeous.
Stunning.
Yes.
And you know, you mentioned that she has done this numerous times, and so she was first runner-up last year. And so imagine how intense that must have been for her to stand there in that same position, and is it going to happen or is it not going to happen?
Well, and I mean, it says a lot about her character.
Absolutely.
To have received first runner-up and then turn around,
and come back to it again.
Come back again, you know, better, and take home the crown.
Sure.
You know, it shows a lot about a character to return several times to win, and shows a lot about how important the job is to all the girls that compete for the state title and the local titles too. The locals aren't easy.
No, they're not.
You know, you have to compete in several locals sometimes.
It takes a lot of courage to get up and do that, and people they don't always appreciate the effort that goes into it. So it's having been a judge and a director, it's a nonstop process to get to that place, you know.
Real quickly, talk about the journey, though, that the girls take from day one being crowned to competing, just their growth and transformation?
Well, it happens quickly. So as people compete, there are two. There's an open title and a closed title often, and that allows certain girls to compete for certain titles. And once they get their local title, then they go on to compete at the state. And once they win their state, then of course they go on to Miss America. And it is a long process of every day just working on something.
Every day, absolutely.
Yeah, and then they're amazing because they're so dedicated to get out into the community and be a part of whatever their passion is for their platform, and to make a difference. And I think that's really what it comes down to, is being able to make a difference.
And in a lot of ways, who they are on day one is not who they are when they
No,
crown their
not at
successor,
all.
by a measure of growth in so many good ways, intellectual, physical health, and heart and service as well. All right, Jeff, thanks so much for joining us. And
It's always a pleasure.
Recapping Christine's win. Again, congratulations, Christine. Hopefully we could talk to you soon when you visit the Chattanooga area again.
Yeah.
And we look forward to Miss America, September 9th, right?
September 9th.
All right. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks.
And you guys at home, stay around, stick with us. We'll be right back on Let's Chat.